Yeah.
I really liked this conversation today,
No, it was
That was
nice.
a good comeback. It was energetic
Yeah.
and importance of like what really needs to be addressed, like as we're drawing towards the end of this year. And these...
As we come to the end of the podcast, Minnie, I will ask you a question.
Go for it.
What are your projections for the end of the year? Where do you see yourself
At the end of the year?
Yeah. What position? Where? I don't know.
Oh, do you know what? Let's put it that. I'll put it in a way where I think by the end of the year I will be on the other side of my transitioning phase, whereby it's been difficult. I thought it's just been a couple of years that have been difficult, but I think it's been the lifelong. I think Joker is the easiest way to summarize, was the summary of how the lifelong difficulty has actually now been appreciated on a cinematic scale, and just addressing that there is value and sense and purpose in how important it is to stay relevant by staying outspoken. So I think all-roundedness at the end of the year, I genuinely, I think I'm going to go back to that word. I feel like I'm on the other side of that transitioning phase where I feel really leveled with a lot of things that knocked me up and down over the year. And I really charged with energy this time and had like the right people around me as and when it was necessary, and as and when it wasn't there. And when you draw from all these things in life, and you actually accept and give permission for it to do something to you, and you actually follow through with it, you come in abundance. You get it with so much energy back, and you get it in the form of people. You get it through your own vessel internally. A lot of this year has just been about digging within and just wrapping up a few things and like tying the knot on them as Secret Santa approaches. And I feel like I'm in a more humble place as time's going by than I was last year. And I said I was in a humble place last year as well. And I feel more dignified in my approach towards things I'm going to be moving towards next year. And that was a really important thing for me to understand, And that's what I'm gonna. That's where I'm standing now, Kory. 2019 ending. This is where the vibes are at.
Cool.
I'm feeling it. Appreciation is there all around. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome, Minnie. And I will call that the end of the show. It's been a weird one. Actually, no, I'll answer my own question because I don't usually do this. Where do I see myself projection-wise at the end of the year? As in reflection to the start of the year, which is basically how you answered the question.
I should have asked you, back. I'm so sorry.
But no, your answer bettered the question.
Do you know what? My answer probably made you want to add on and cater towards the answer you're going to give. Yeah, that's it.
So I don't know, like for me, it feels like this year has gone really fast.
Yeah.
It's like flown by. And like I feel like I've gone through a transition this year. Like although you're saying your one is like by the end of the year you'll feel like you'll get over the transition.
Yeah, I can see the leap there, right there. I can see
the leap happening, but I feel like I'm going through some sort of transition right now. And now by the end of the year I will have a better clarity as for where my projection or where I want to head. Yeah. Because I feel like this year I've been doing a lot of soul searching and like the breaks that I've been taking. I haven't really, like in my whole 2 years of performing poetry, this is literally the longest break I've taken from performing. Yeah. And as much as I miss performing, I've also feel like it's been good for me just stepping away from everything that's going on,
Yeah.
and all the words and all the artists. Not that I don't love every single one of them out there. I've been going to a few events here and there, but like just having that solace to myself to write and reconnect with myself. And it was more so for me that I felt like the words that I have now, or the words that I want to write, I need to write them before I come back to performing.
Yeah, I feel you there. I know what you mean, yeah.
Like, a lot of people might be like, okay, cool, I'll have a break from the scene, but then I'll still go to events and I'll still watch everyone performing and I'll still hear what content they've got. And I just wanted to go from a standpoint of, I'm writing from a different place now, like talking about still the same kind of issues and still kind of random topics, but kind of more, I want to share a different part of myself. And for me to do that, I had to get to know myself again.
Yeah.
With the words.
I hear that so loud and clear.
Because when I had the break in the beginning from writing and everything, I just had this like writer's block. I couldn't write anything.
Yeah.
And then like as I've just been sat in this, not being able to write anything, it's given me a time where I've been able to, what is the word? Kind of observe things more from a better perspective of not just being so involved with. Because as a poet, I feel like although you try and write things in a way of you're not connected to it, or I might be connected to, or maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. So, but a lot of the time you are very strongly connected to the topic that you're writing or talking about. So, like that takes a lot of energy to put yourself into that.
Agreed.
So taking yourself away from always being in everything and then sitting there and just be like, all right, cool. But if I'm not in anything, what do I have now? Like, it's kind of like going back to basics, going back to the drawing board kind of thing. And I did a lot of like looking over my old stuff and like rewriting stuff and not rewriting, rereading stuff or performing old stuff that I hadn't performed in a very long time in places and just feeling like different energies.
Yeah, it feels good, you know. It really, really does.
Especially when it's connected. What I wrote is connected to the setting without it being like a thing where I've written it specifically for the setting. So, yeah.
I get it. I completely get that.
I feel like if we want to put it into any kind of terms, I have the idea, a vision in my head of a caterpillar being in its cocoon. Yeah. And I feel like I'm cocooning right now.
Yeah.
By 2020, my butterfly wings will be coming out. But
yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, boy. Do you know what? I've had that phase quite a few times in my life, so I completely understand that analogy. I really, really do. This year, I feel like the times I've dipped out, although it's been like chaos, like in the dipping out bit, where I've come out on the other side of like dipping out, I feel like I found a lot of calm in there. And the one thing that I don't know if you were on social media as much, but in the last couple of months when I dipped out, I was just like, do you know, they say the people you follow, like the value that you're putting into some of the people that you're looking at the work of, and then like the consistency at it. I started gaining a lot of value for myself, and in that regard, when I looked at what was going on in the poetry scene, at least I'm going to draw from at least the last 2 months, I found it really beautiful and it was very charging. And I think it ended with BYOB yesterday in some way. Like, it was such a beautiful attendance that I think I wasn't able to go, and there were so many like people I know that attended, and I'm like, do you know what? If I know that this is the charge that's existing and is there next year, and like you said, you're in the transitioning and, you know, cocooning, and I feel like I've gone through quite a few stages in my life where I've come out. And this year, it's just been being able to understand where stability lies. And, you know, dipping in so much, coming back out, dipping in, coming back out, and being all right with the times you take off. Yeah. So you're not telling you're off in, though, you know, I'm not there, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. But actually being okay in that time and moderating your own internal battery. in that time, and charging yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And then coming out and being able to embrace that without being actually put into a position, but not having ownage of that position, and being able to like soul search means knowing that you also have like involvement of the sense of the senseless sense involvement is there of yourself. So you're not there, but you're there.
Yeah.
And that also has to show that the thought or the idea of wherever you are and your next step is taking you, that projection has the relevance of Kory's name in it. And that is where your vision would add value for you somewhere. And these things are so important to look at nowadays, Kory.
Exactly, and
that's the beauty behind what I would say to 2019. Thank you for such a difficult year, but no buts. Thank you for such a difficult year. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. That's it.
And thank you guys at home for listening.
Yes, our lovely audience.
If you've enjoyed all the time you've had with me and Minnie, well, you can find Minnie on Instagram at Split Mind Poet.
That's it. Split Mind Poet, all one word. I'm the only one who has that name, so...
Indeed, and all this information will be in the description as well. And if you're interested in Curve, I will put a link in the description as well, so you can, like, jump on that. Like, if you join with my link, you get £5 credit to start on your Curve card. And I also get £5 as well, so it's win-win for both of us.
Actually, I'm going to add the last plug-in, I feel like I always forget to do this because I panic and stuff. But I have an international book out. It's called Asian Voices. I did it with 19 other poets across the world, from Pakistan, India and Afghanistan. I happen to be the only London poet. And it's done by my beautiful friend Nick Orterside from Wolverhampton. What? So one of our boys. So yeah, man, check it out if you guys are interested. It's thought-provoking. It's on all major platforms. The main one you guys will find it on is Kindle. It's on Amazon, and it's beautiful. And not gonna lie, I just gifted one to my mum like about a month ago, and I recorded her reaction. And you know what they say in a few words, a lot of emotions. She was happy. So yeah, that's it. That's my last plug-in.
Check that out. If you enjoyed the show, thanks for listening. And if you didn't, more for you for sat at home listening for 2 hours and 12 minutes and sat there like, rah.
Wow.
I dislike everything I'm hearing, but I'm going to listen till the end.
Damn.
You're an idiot.
Dun, dun, dun.
And with that, it's the end of the show. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.